SQL joins are basically illegal in microservices. So, how do you build a query that pulls from 6 services at once? Most engineers reach for the wrong pattern, and here's the right one. This looks like one simple screen, but 5 completely separate services had to talk to each other to build it. In a monolith, the data lives in one database, and a single SQL join builds the entire screen. In microservices, you split into services, and the data scatters with it. Look at the data on the screen. The order status live in the order service, the customer name in a customer service, the payment status comes from payments, and the delivery ETA from delivery, the restaurant name from restaurant. 5 owners, and none of them holds the full picture. There is no shared database anymore and no shared join. If you want this screen to load, something in your stack has to call each owner, take what comes back, and stitch the 5 answers into one clean response. Meet the API composer. It's one component whose only job is to call other services and join their answers in the memory. It owns no data of its own. The plainest version reads top to bottom. Fetch the order, then the payment, then the restaurant, then delivery, then the customer. 5 calls in a row. That works, but each one waits for the previous to finish. So your total latency is the sum of all 5. Most of these calls only need the order ID. So fire them in parallel. Order, payment, restaurant, and delivery all go out at the same time, and your total time becomes the slowest of all 4. But the customer is different. You don't know who's the customer until order comes back with customer ID. So customer goes out in the stage 2. Once all 5 answers are in, the composer joins them in memory and return one clean response. When you fan out in parallel, your total latency is whatever the slowest call decide it should be. If restaurant takes 250 milliseconds today, the whole screen waits 250 milliseconds. The fix is a cap on every call. Order, payment, delivery, and customer all return inside 100 millisecond latency. Restaurants get cut off at 200 milliseconds. Your composer fills its slot with a fallback, and the response goes out at 200 milliseconds. Well inside the 300 millisecond budget for that screen. Each of your 5 services run at 99.9% on its own, which sounds fine in isolation, but multiply that across all 5 and the screen you actually ship lands at 99.5%. Add a 6th service to it and you slide to 99.4%. Every dependency you add takes another bite out of your real uptime. Real service fails and your composer has to know what to do about it. Delivery is slow, restaurant is having an outage, both time out. The screen doesn't need to die over that, because their data is nice to have. Show ETA unavailable, show restaurant unknown, mark the response partial, and the users still see the order they came for. Order and payment are different. If order times out, you have nothing to show. And if payment fails, you cannot tell the user whether they have paid or not. Those are required. And when required calls fail, the whole request has to fail with them. Your composer code splits on that line from day 1. The response you assemble looks like one clean snapshot of the order, except it's not. Order came back at none plus 30 milliseconds. Customer's data was read 200 milliseconds before that. Restaurant came from a cache that already a full second stale. No transaction wraps any of this. So when a payment flips from paid to refund 10 milliseconds into the assembly, your composed response still says paid. The user is looking at a card the system already refunded. Composition assembles a mix of separate moments. There is no single point in time anywhere in your response. Where does the composer live in your system? When the merge is small, it lives inside the API gateway. One file, a few hundred lines of code. Easy to reason about. But the merge always grows. You add the mobile shape, then the web shape, then the desktop layout. And the three teams end up editing the same gateway file. Now, your gateway is hot file owned by nobody. The fix is to pull the composer out into its own service behind the gateway, with its own deployment, its own owner, and its own timeout budget. Composition has a ceiling. Take this query. The 20 most recent orders sorted by delivery ETA. The sort key lives in delivery, but the order live in order. To serve this, your composer has to fetch every order, fetch every ETA, sort them in memory, and discard about 4,980 to return 20. That doesn't scale. When you hit that wall, you build a pre-joined, pre-sorted read view ahead of time and serve it in a single read. This is the line between API composition and CQRS. 4 rules to build this well. Fan out in parallel. And remember, your total is the slowest call. Put a timeout on every call, assign one budget for the whole screen. Degrade gracefully and mark the respawn partition. When something falls back, remember that what you return is a mix of moments glued together at the request time. Get these 4 right and the order screen just work, even on the day one service is having a bad afternoon. That's API composition. 1 endpoint, different services, and 4 rules to keep in mind. In a distributed system, your data is spread across services, and no single one of them holds the whole picture. The composer is the piece that calls each owner and assembles the exact shape your screen needs. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any question, please feel free to leave it in the comment. See you in the next video.